This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever you're tuning in at. 1:14 local time here in Alberta. We get set for another game day here on Dolynny TV. And what you may think is I'm already doing my pregame at 1:14 in the morning. The game's not till 5 p.m. What are you doing? Well, just ripping some FIFA 21 this evening with the boys, and I decided, you know what? I got a challenge in the group. They said, yeah, you can push one more video tonight before going to bed. So with that in mind, this is what I meant to get to a lot earlier this evening, but a little bit of Yellowstone might have gotten in the way. So with that, I've got a special message to those that may be watching this video, simply because, I know what the audience is going to be at 1 a.m. in the morning here in Alberta for a video about Jesse Puljujärvi. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider sticking around. We're going to have a lot of fun potentially talking about Jesse Puljujärvi this season. So, for my Finnish friends tuning in, I hope you understand this. I hope it makes sense. I'm just using Google Translate, but here goes nothing.
Huomenta Suomi, olen erittäin vaikuttunut Jesse Puljujärvestä. Toivon, että hän tekee maalin Montrealia vastaan.
Okay, so if that made any sense to you from Finland, I hope you appreciate that. That's something I just wanted to throw together for you in case you don't understand English fully. That's something I'm trying to bridge the gaps here and make sure we understand where we're going with this video. Is in that, my English translation of that is Good morning, Finland. I'm very impressed with Jesse Puljujärvi. Here's hoping he scores against Montreal. Now, why are we talking about Jesse Puljujärvi and hoping he scores against Montreal? Because the guy had, 7 shots in 11 minutes the other night against Vancouver in Game 2 of the season. He's done exactly what I wanted him to do coming back to the Oilers, right? I was a guy pretty down and negative on Puljujärvi and the whole situation there early on and then leading up to him re-signing with the Oilers. However, the one key that I saw for success for Puljujärvi when he comes back to playing with the Oilers, and we've seen it through 2 games, is the fact that he has to be fearless taking shots. Don't feel selfish. That's your game. That's how you succeed. That's what you did well in Finland while you were gone. So why not continue doing it at the NHL level? 7 shots in 11 minutes. I'm sorry, if you're playing fantasy hockey, you're pretty happy with that kind of production out of a guy playing 11 minutes for you. But at the same rate, at some point you shoot that many pucks, they got to go in. And that's a complete 180 as opposed to what I was saying earlier when he was over in Finland. But end of the day is right now the Oilers need as much depth scoring as they can get, and to see a guy willing to go out there almost every second minute have a shot on net that he's on the ice. So that's guaranteeing every second minute of ice time he plays, he's in the offensive zone for some kind of shift. That is huge to see. So what do we want more of? We want more shots. What do more shots result in? At some point, it will result in a goal, especially the way Puljujärvi's playing. He's playing big, he's playing responsible, he's playing, other than that penalty, I guess you could say, when we had the empty net in Game 1. But he has just come in and absolutely shown off the confidence he regained or gained playing in Finland for Karpat, and he's looked fantastic. He's looked fantastic so far, and now, you know what, it's translating looking fantastic into goals. But I guess from my first time watching Jesse Puljujärvi in his first few seasons with the Oilers, and now opposed to now, is just the simple fact he's taking charge on the ice. He's not floating around, he's not doing anything off puck that's like, man, what is this guy even doing out there? No, he is engaged no matter where he is on the ice, and that is so fantastic to see out of a young man that's had to come in and re-earn the entire trust of the locker room, earn the respect and trust of his coach, and of course come in under a new GM and coach setup where there is no prior history, so there's no prior expectations to what he could be in the lineup, but at the same rate there's no history saying what he should be in the lineup. So to see Jesse Puljujärvi come in, embrace a bottom 6 role, yeah, it's a top 9 role, and I guess that's more where the NHL is going, is the top 9 as opposed to the top 6 and bottom 6. But Puljujärvi on a line with Ennis, Archibald, and Turris, that's the is I was looking for. They have formed something where it is just a go-to-work line. If you have to gut it out, you gut it out. If you have to go to work, you go to work. If you have a chance, shoot the puck. And to see a third line, especially compared to what we had for the Oilers last year in Archibald, Sheehan, and Kara as a third line, this third line going out there, generating scoring chances, generating pucks on net, and that maybe that's even the big thing, is just driving and funneling the play towards the net, because driving possession on the third line is something kind of unspoken of when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers third line, fourth line especially, but third line. And to see a young guy in Jesse Puljujärvi going out there and being a big part of that third line, of course, right? This is a reconfigured third line. Yeah, Josh Archibald kind of had that role, but there's no way he should have been there to start this season with James Neal in the lineup. But James Neal's out of the lineup. That's allowed line combinations to change, and that has allowed Josh Archibald to help solidify a third line for the Oilers with some experience with the Oilers game plan, but also coming along and helping two guys that really have a reason to bond in Turris and Puljujärvi and form a line that can do what you need. You've got small speed, you've got big speed, you've got big body, you've got agitator friggin' guy who goes out there wrecking ball, Archibald. You've got Turris who can win a face-off. You've got Turris who can pass the puck like no tomorrow. You've got Turris who knows how to score a goal, right? What is not to love about the Edmonton Oilers third line? And that is due large part in thanks to Jesse Puljujärvi coming in with a can-do, will-do attitude to embrace a top 9 role on the third line, and B, do exactly what makes him successful in shooting the puck. And now, as you saw in that message to my Finnish friends that I hope are still sticking around here, is the fact that I want him to get that goal. You know what? Just Kotkaniemi, screw you. Let's go Puljujärvi. Now, that's coming from an Oilers fan perspective, so I'm not saying, I'm not sitting here saying Finland's saying that. I'm saying that from an Oilers fan perspective. It's going to be the Jesse Puljujärvi show, you bet it, before it's the Jesperi Kotkaniemi show tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock Mountain Time here in Alberta. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 1:21 in the morning. This video is going to release around 1:50. That's it. That's all. I gotta get to bed, but I am going to get so pumped up for tomorrow's game. I'm going to sit on the couch. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did last game. Sit there, enjoy it with the family, and watch the Oilers hopefully repeat the exact same thing they did against the Canucks in Game 2 of the season. And then right away, there you go. We've got ourselves a recipe for success that we do. Ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like Carey Price today. So that's good news for the Oilers, especially good news for Connor McDavid. And that's where I'm going to leave you. Go Jesse Puljujärvi, go Edmonton Oilers, go Connor McDavid. Let's have fun today. Video 1 of probably 5 up already this morning. I am up on out of here.